Hello and welcome to my channel. The new standard banner has just been announced and we will be getting Blemishine and Thorns as the rate up 6 stars, along with Corosirum, Aesthesia and Waifu as the rate up 5 stars, so this video is here to briefly introduce the operators and suggest whether you should pull on this banner. First up, we have Blemishine. She is a healing defender and this archetype specializes in healing operators with her skills while blocking 3 enemies. Her first talent gives defensive recovery operators 1 extra SP for attacking an enemy. As most of her skills are defensive recovery skills, this talent is extremely helpful. Other defensive recovery operators like Mudrock also benefits off this talent, definitely one of the game-changing talents out there. Her second talent increases Blemishine's damage when attacking sleeping enemies. This ties well with her second skill where she will put all enemies in a range to sleep. In addition to providing regenerative healing, her third skill makes her attacks deal additional arts damage and heals a nearby operator aside from herself. It has one of the highest healing outputs in the game. Blemishine is definitely a strong healing defender to have. Moving on, we have Thorns. He is a ranged guard and this archetype specializes in dealing ranged attacks with reduced damage. Thorns' first talent makes his attacks deal additional arts damage. This talent makes high defense and low resistance enemies a lesser threat to him. His second talent lets Thorns regenerate his HP after not attacking for a while. The healing is actually decent and this increases his survivability. Thorns' main skill is his third where he will get a range expansion, increased attack and attack speed, negates the damage reduction on the archetype's trait, plus it has unlimited duration and doubled the stat increase upon the second activation of his skill. Thorns is well known for his survivability and consistent high damage attacks, a top-tier operator. Now, if you think this video is helpful, do give my channel a sub to show your support. Next up are the 5 stars. Corosirum is a blast caster and this archetype's trait makes his attacks deal AoE arts damage in a straight line. The straight line range makes him a little niche, but can be worked around with his deployment position. His second skill silences all enemies in range when it is active. While silence isn't as popular as before, Corosirum is one of the best appliers of silence, a niche operator at first glance, but he can become a great one when the opportunity presents itself. Moving on to Aesthesia, she is an arts guard and her basic attacks deal arts instead of the usual physical damage. Her second skill increases her block count and changes her attacks to AoE. While Aesthesia can do some decent arts damage to ground enemies, her one block makes her an unfavorable ground operator to deploy. As her kit requires to stay on the field for long periods of time, it is especially more so, but she is by no means weak. Lastly, we have Waifu. She is a fast redeploy specialist and thus has reduced redeployment cooldown. Both of her skills are quite unique, with the first giving her increased attack upon deployment and reduces the attack of the enemy she is attacking for a short duration. This is an execution skill where she is used to kill key enemies at the back quickly. Her second skill deals a big burst of physical damage in an AoE and silences all enemies in the AoE for a decent duration. While Waifu does her job well, other operators such as Project Red, Phantom and Gravel are much popular picks when it comes to fast redeploys. So, should you pull on this banner? I'd say probably not. While the rate up 6 stars are great, the 5 stars aren't the best, so if you are planning on pulling on this banner, it is best to pull until a 6 star, otherwise, it's better to just skip it entirely. The operators featured in the gold search store are Thorns and Aesthesia, so if you want either of them, it's better to pick them up from there than to pull on the banner. And that is all for this banner guide. Hope this video is helpful in introducing the upcoming standard banner. I will be making similar videos in the future, so do consider subscribing to stay tuned. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.